Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Madridista Notes. And with here we have today Real Valladolid versus Real Madrid. The match starts in 5 minutes, so let's check out the starting lineups from both teams. For Real Madrid, we are playing traditional 4-3-3. Our back four consists of Carvajal, Rudiger, Alaba, Mendy. In goal, Courtois. In midfield, Fede Valverde, Toni Kroos, Ceballos, and in the front three, Karim Benzema, Vinicius Junior, and Marco Asensio. So it is the lineup that was predicted that will be fielded. So there is no real shock or no real surprise here. The addition of Alaba instead of Militao was a late call because Militao had some problems and so he stayed behind. So Militao won't be playing today. Alaba takes his place, and the Real Valladolid team they are playing the 4-3-3. I'm a little bit surprised that they are playing the 4-3-3. To be fair, I was expecting a flat 4-4-2. In goal is Masip, the captain and the best player for Real Valladolid so far this season. In the back four consists of Escudero, Sanchez, Fernandez, and Fresneda. In midfield three, Aguado, Monchu, Mesa, and the front three are Plano, Leon, and Sanchez. So the Leon is of course the top scorer for Real Valladolid, and for us it's Vinicius Junior, and that's why Ancelotti didn't really hesitate to bring on Vinicius. As I wasn't expecting Vinicius to be fair. I thought maybe Ancelotti will go for the more rested, the player who trained more, but Ancelotti doesn't seem to trust Eden Hazard or even uh, 10% of what he puts his trust on Vinicius Junior because Carvajal, Courtois, Rudiger, Alaba, Mendy, Ceballos, Cruz, Valverde, Asensio, Benzema, most of them has had more rest and have trained more. Vinicius is the only addition who came late from the World Cup. Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Militao came back to training on 26th of December. So he has only, I think, 4 days of training under his belt, and he's starting today. So we'll see how he performs. Maybe I was expecting someone like Hazard, but not a bad lineup. I am a little bit, to be fair, worried about our fitness, how physically fit our team is gonna be today, because after the World Cup, the some of the starters of our team like Militao, mm, Vinicius Junior. I won't say Rodrigo is a definite starter, but he is an impactful player, whether he comes from the bench or starts the match. And then the midfield, Chouameni, Camavinga, Modric, they barely got any training and got limited amount of rest after the World Cup. So it's gonna be a tough start to the second half of the season for Real Madrid. Frankly speaking, I don't really expect a really fiery start from our team. I expect them to start slow, but hopefully, even if they start slow, the team is gonna get the required points on the board because we are already trailing Barcelona by 2 points. We cannot afford to go behind from the just from the get go of the second part of the season. So I'm expecting a difficult game today, but my prediction is a 2-1 win for Real Madrid. But I expect us to grab the 3 points. That's it. Just get the 3 points and get out of Valladolid. That's it. The match is starting. Real Madrid will start the match, and we are on the way. Second half of the season starts. Real Madrid attacking, cleared by Valladolid. And there's the first touch from Alaba. Alaba to Cruz. Now Ceballos, Benzema. We have heard a lot of uh, talks about Benzema recently, how he wasn't really consulted, and how the French national team uh, didn't want him there in the squad or in the camp, even though his injuries weren't really that serious. They sent him back, and that's Vinicius. Vinicius trying to thread the ball through to Ansel Asensio and intercepted. Asensio couldn't hold on to the ball. Counter attack, counter by Valladolid, offside. So I was just saying that Benzema has been having trouble and with the national team, and the trouble that he was having is not only with the coach, which is Deschamps, who doesn't have a good rapport with Benzema, to be honest. But the reports came out that many French national team's players aren't really comfortable with Benzema getting the kind of treatment. As soon as he came back, he was like one of the main men. Some players like Griezmann, Pogba, I don't know, they didn't really like that thingy, maybe. So, and in attack is Asensio. Spain had a terrible, terrible World Cup. Not impressive at all. Really, I wouldn't say disastrous, but I would say nothing less than a disastrous World Cup. Their performance in the group stage was nothing to write home about, and in the knockout stages against Morocco, it was just, yeah, not inspiring. And Asensio was there starting matches or playing a part, but he didn't really impress much during the World Cup anyway. And Vinicius Junior, to be honest, we didn't really see much from Vinicius Junior during the World Cup too. I was expecting, to be fair, a bit more from Vinicius, and he didn't really fire how he does for Real Madrid. Could be because there were too many cooks. Like Neymar is there, and the naturally the game flows through Neymar most of the time, and we saw that Rafinha was getting a lot of traffic through the right hand side while Brazil was playing, and Vinicius wasn't really getting onto the ball as much as I would have liked. So I cannot really blame him much for the kind of performances that he has delivered. He should have definitely done more, but yeah, it wasn't a great World Cup, the kind of World Cup that Vinicius was hoping for. And okay, Mendy on the charge, Vinicius here. Yeah, he looks. He doesn't look 100% here. Looks rusty. Definitely, you can see that he hasn't had enough training sessions, and he hasn't been really. Corner for Real Madrid. Who's to take the corner? Of course, there is no Modric, there is no Chouameni, Kamavinga. They only returned to training yesterday, and there is a chance crossed by Ceballos, dealt by the Valladolid defense. So yeah, Vinicius had an underwhelming World Cup, so he would like to just leave those disappointment behind and have inspiring start to the second half of the season for Real Madrid because he's a terrific, terrific player. He is sometimes hot and cold, but for Real Madrid last season and first half of the season so far, he didn't have a spell where I was truly uh, that much of disappointed or something. He delivered the goods, to be fair. He has had to add some things to his game and subtract some stuff from his game. He, okay, that's a decent looking counter, but yeah, intercepted by Rudiger. So he doesn't or he isn't being allowed to take his man on one on many occasions. Oh, if only that pass was went through to Vinicius, that would have been a really, really good counter chance for Real Madrid. And in midfield, three we have today Cruz, Valverde, and of course Ceballos. Valverde had an all right, I would say. He didn't play bad, but Uruguay has a really, it's a new cycle for Uruguay. They need to get away from the Suarez, Cavani, and those veterans, Godin, those players. They need to get away from these veterans and start afresh. And I think this World Cup was the last hurrah for these players. And even though people were calling Uruguay the dark horse and stuff like that, yeah, they didn't have enough um, to be considered a dark horse or something like that. And so they totally crashed out from the group stages. Valladolid on the attack. It's a nice bit of attack. Oh, well worked out, but in the end, collected by Courtois. So yeah, Valverde didn't have a really um, great World Cup too. So another disappointing World Cup for another Real Madrid player. Cruz, of course, retired from Germany, so no World Cup. Ceballos didn't get called up by Spain. Germany and Rudiger, of course, had a disastrous World Cup, super disappointing. Austria didn't qualify, so nothing for Alaba. Mendy didn't get called up by France. Carvajal got called up by Spain, and of course, he didn't really impress that much too. So nothing to talk about there. And Courtois didn't have a great World Cup too. Another disappointing World Cup for another Real Madrid player. I think the only Real Madrid player who had a good World Cup um, as a country wise and as someone who individually is only Luka Modric, I would say. That's the only player. Oh, how did he miss that? Handball. Vinicius is claiming for a handball. Oh, the goal was wide open. The goal was wide open. I thought it was going to be 1-0. And Chouameni, if France won the World Cup, I would say he had a really great World Cup, but that penalty miss in the final totally um, okay, getting checked by VAR. Okay, that's a handball. That should be a penalty. That should definitely be a penalty. They didn't even check. These La Liga referees are so shit. That's a penalty. That's a stone wall penalty, and they didn't even check. The VAR thing that's implemented by these European leagues is really disgusting. You saw how well they implemented it during the World Cup. So it's not the problem with the VAR system, it's the problem with the officials. They are just incompetent, and the incompetency is so bad that they cannot even implement something that gives them such their job is so much easier with the VAR, but they don't even check it properly. It's a clear as penalty. Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti can see that from his bench on from the middle of the pitch. The players can see it, only the referee can see it, and he doesn't intervene even with VAR. Whatever. Life goes on, and crossfield ball to Vinicius. Vinicius looking for Benzema, cleared. Sensio to Valverde to Carvajal. So far, it looks like more of an open game. Wasn't really expecting this much of an open game. I thought Valladolid would be playing a much more defensive oriented game with a deep block, but it looks like they are playing some good bit of attacking football here. They orchestrated a good attacking sequence once, and it was collected by Courtois, and they were on the lookout for some counters too. So they are not sitting deep inside their half, just in front of their box. That's nice to see. They will get chances, of course. Real Madrid's defense hasn't settled down. Alaba, Rudiger, Carvajal, Mendy, they are giving them some space and some room to work. And as we don't have a recognized defensive midfielder in the field right now, we are playing with Cruz, Ceballos, and Valverde, three central midfielders, to be fair. So there will be some holes in midfield, in the center of the midfield, whereby the lead can definitely exploit those gaps. So far, still nil-nil. Okay, Vinicius, ball traded by Benzema. Okay, we have got the corner at the very least. Uh, Looks like the last touch came from Vinicius, though. Should have been a goal kick, to be fair. Who's to take the corner here? Yeah, we rarely score from corners nowadays. Militao is alright. I was expecting more from Rudiger from set pieces, to be fair. He is a giant and he's really aggressive. And with the kind of height that Chouameni has, he should be using that height to his advantage during the set pieces to attack the balls more. But he's not playing today. So, yeah. Valladolid looking for that ball over the top, intercepted. Ceballos to Vinicius. Vinicius to Benzema. Benzema looking for Carvajal there. Carvajal trying to cross, blocked. Oh, Asensio looking for Benzema there. Blocked. Corner for Real Madrid. Short corner taken. Asensio to Carvajal. That was clever. Carvajal trying to cross, blocked again. Looking for Benzema there. Cross to Vinicius. Vinicius has some space there. Ow! That should be a goal again, Asensio. Oh my God. How are you missing these chances, man? That should have been 1-0 there. Oh, that wasn't Asensio. That was Benzema. Ah, shit. Couldn't really latch onto the ball properly. Hit the upper side of his boot and flew off. Benzema has got plenty of rest and plenty of time to recover. He should really pick it up during the second half of the season. Oh, here intercepted by Benzema. Benzema, he totally miscalculated there, wasted the opportunity that he created himself. He should have passed it to Asensio maybe. Rudiger to Alaba. At least Real Madrid are creating some opportunities. To be fair, it's just our final the clinical finishing is missing right now. We had two clear-cut chances so far. This one that was missed by Benzema, and the other one which was, from my point of view, a penalty. Still, we created two clear-cut chances. Valladolid hasn't created any clear-cut chances so far, but they enjoyed some space on the other side of the pitch in between Real Madrid's defense, so they won't be that deflated as long as they can keep it 0-0 until as long as possible. They will be happy, I think. Okay, Valladolid, they have the ball. Ceballos is a really curious bit of case. His contract is running out in 6 months, and there is no news about extended his contract. So Real Madrid is definitely gonna let him leave on a free, and we are being heavily linked with Jude Bellingham. And from all the noise that's coming out from the press, from journalists in Spain, is that Real Madrid are prepared to pay up to 130 million euros for Jude Bellingham, and that Jude Bellingham has given his preference to Real Madrid. He prefers Real Madrid to the Premier League and stuff like that. It's coming from some credible journalists too, but not yet something as concrete that it's a guarantee. It's not a guaranteed, but it looks like Real Madrid is making some moves. Um, Valladolid on the counter, 4 versus 4, making some space, looking for the shot. Nowhere near. So I was saying, it didn't look like we would be the favorites for Jude Bellingham because Liverpool and Man City were heavily linked, and it's an English player, and those are heavyweights in English football. Liverpool have been linked with him for a long, long time. Jurgen Klopp totally loves him, and Manchester City, they really do the behind the scenes job really well. They did it with Haaland, so I wouldn't really count them out. They have got the link with Borussia Dortmund, direct linked already with the Haaland signing. Real Madrid on the attack. Benzema miscontrols it, cleared away by Valladolid defender. So yeah, Manchester City. I think it will go down to the wire, and it will depend on the totally on the player and his family because his family has a huge say in this too. I think they prefer the Premier League, the family. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it looks like Real Madrid is going all in for Jude Bellingham for next summer because we don't have any idea what Cruz is going to do. The reports are that Real Madrid management are pessimistic about Cruz extending. If that's the case, we definitely need to sign someone like mm, high profile like Jude Bellingham because the Enzo Fernandez deal looks like he's going Chelsea definitely. Chelsea is highly linked with Enzo Fernandez, and they want him. They want him bad. They are even ready to pay the release clause. I think they only want. mm Enzo Fernandez, they know that he is attainable. If you pay the release clause, he will be a Chelsea player, and Real Madrid doesn't want to pay that release clause. So I think Enzo Fernandez is out. That option for Real Madrid is out. So Real Madrid will go all out for um, Jude Bellingham. Play resumed. Cruz has the ball. Passes it to Carvajal. I haven't seen Valverde too much really. Um, Couple of good playmaking interchange with Carvajal. That's it. Haven't really seen much. Vinicius has been active. Benzema doesn't look to be still that sharp. He isn't looking sharp. Cruz is dictating play as always. He looks good. He is looking good. Valverde there, looking for Asensio, blocked. Carvajal has been active. Rudiger and Alaba has been alright. Mendy, he is doing his job well, to be honest. He doesn't let anything through his wing. That's it. And for some reason, the Madrid management doesn't like him much. I would really keep him because of his defensive abilities. It really helps to keep the defensive structure solid. And we're looking at Fran Garcia, I think, um, for next summer, definitely. Oh, West Ham United is losing 2-0 to Brentford. I think David Moyes is definitely getting sacked after this result. They will be in the relegation zone if Wolves win their match. West Ham United will definitely drop down to the relegation zone, and I think he deserves a sacking. To be fair, he has been West Ham United has been atrocious the whole season so far. The game is slowing down. I think it's understandable from the physical. It will take some time to get into the rhythm of football again, club football for the players. It's like the start of the season during the World Cup and after the World Cup. It just felt like just didn't feel like the same. Like when the regular season is going on, it's like a continuous process. When it's more than 1 month, there is no club football. It feels like during what happens during the summer break, and felt like there needed to be a preseason and something like I guess the January transfer window will be like the summer transfer window. A short preseason, and now the season started again. It's a totally different thing. We haven't really seen something like this, and I welcome it. To be fair, not only the Europeans deserve to host big tournaments. Of course, it's a World Cup. Countries from all over the world should be given the opportunity to host. Rather than the attack, that could be dangerous. Uh, Ball goes out of play. Goal kick for Real Madrid. Oh, Alaba totally got bamboozled there. Rudiger held his place well. Okay, Real Madrid on the counter. Oh, why did you fall down, man? Asensio should have just. I don't know. We'll have to check the replay. I think could have been pushed hard. If he was pushed hard, maybe. Nah, it looks like he fell down. Uh, Feels like he was looking for it. Nah, man, that was a bit of a cheeky. You cannot give penalty for that. That handball was definitely a penalty. To be fair, this one, no, nowhere near. Really, really hate Spanish referees. To be honest, I think they are the worst referees alongside the Premier League referees. Or Spanish and English referees are the worst, I would say, in the whole world. That's a dangerous bit of sequence of play from Valladolid, looking for that cross. Courtois saves. 30 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid nil, Valladolid nil. We had some clear-cut chances. Lack of clinical finishing. is the reason that we are not really leading the match yet. The more time goes onto the board, the worse it gets for Real Madrid, and that's because we don't have the depth that's needed. To be fair, because Modric, Camavinga, Chouameni, they have returned yesterday, so I don't think they will get any minutes. And even if they get, don't think Ancelotti will give them more than 5-10 minutes or something like that. On the bench, let's check who is on the bench. To be honest, Rodrigo, yeah. Chouameni, no. Eden Hazard, yeah. Kamavinga, Modric, no. Vasquez, maybe, yeah. So Vasquez, Hazard, and Rodrigo to change something. I'm guessing. Looks like Valladolid is the more. Okay, the referee is checking. Carval is really, really reckless. Whenever he is bad, sometimes he is really reckless with his tackles and stuff. Okay, that wasn't to be fair Carvajal. That was David Alaba, and it was on the wrong side. Vinicius, Vinicius. Oh, that was a good effort by Vinicius. The lead is really nicely working with the ball, passing it around. Mendy uses his strength there. Ceballos to Benzema, Benzema to Vinicius, Vinicius trying to be clever, collected by Masip. Getting a bit bored, to be honest. Cross by Vinicius, ball goes out of play. We need to be more creative. We need to be more cutthroat when we go into the final third. It's a little bit doesn't feel like the usual Ancelotti team. Carlo Ancelotti teams are always really fun to watch. The attacking impetus is always there, chance after chance creation. I don't know. Something is missing. Something is missing. Yeah, the game is going on without any penetration from both teams. To be honest, Real Madrid is pressing well, trying to recover the ball, but even when we recover the ball, we are not doing with it much. We go up to the box of Valladolid for sure, but from there we are not being able to do much. Trying to cross, sometimes trying to do some tricks play to Vinicius. What a save by Courtois! That was going in. That was definitely going in. I thought that's a goal. I really thought that's a goal for Valladolid. That's a great save by Courtois. Yeah, he is there to save our eyes once more. Thibaut Courtois. That was a really, really great shot. Perfectly, perfect weight and placement. Really great save from Courtois there. That was going in. The lead on the attack here could be dangerous. Another shot. Oh, that was close again. They are doing well from outside of the box. Shots. That was well taken shot once more. Just missing the target. Cruz collecting the ball deep into our territory, trying to look for Benzema there. Intercepted. Benzema is asking for the players to get high up on the pitch and press high. Offside. But the ball was kicked. Hit Mendy. That's good to see. The save from Courtois once more. What a great save. The shot was taken by Aguado. Vinicius to Benzema. Oh, Benzema's pass. Benzema's passing has been a bit terrible, to be fair, this match. Haven't seen much of Ceballos too. The midfield isn't really doing the midfield job, not circulating the ball well, not controlling the midfield, and you can see from the play how Real Madrid is playing. Only Cruz is the only midfielder you can say is doing a midfielder's job. Valverde or Ceballos are really underwhelming so far. Ah, Vinicius. 40 minutes on the clock. Still nothing to show for it. Nil nil. Valladolid on the attack here. Yeah, you can see such a huge gap there. That gap was there because we don't have a defensive midfielder on the pitch in the pitch right now. Valladolid are the ones who are attacking better right now. They are enjoying the majority of the possession. They are trying to thread the ball through. They are trying shots from outside the box. They are trying to thread the ball through behind the defense, work something out. Real Madrid are the ones who are on the back foot right now. I think we will be the team who are happier to go into the dressing room right now. Maybe I don't know what can we even do in the second half. We don't have any um, definite game changers in the bench. Rodrigo, he is someone who changes the game. To be fair, Asensio looking for the shot, ball goes out of play. And we don't have anyone in the midfield to rejuvenate the midfield. Kamavinga, I think it would be risk to put Kamavinga, Modric, or Chouameni in the second half because they haven't had any training at all. Whatever they had isn't really is nothing much. Okay, something, but nothing. Looked a little promising there, but the pass didn't reach Benzema or Vinicius from Asensio there. Ball goes directly to Jordi Masip, foul by Ceballos, free kick to Valladolid. Intercepted. Cruz looking for Benzema there. The ball is a bit too long. Benzema looking to pass it to Vinicius. Intercepted. Valladolid going on the counter here. Real Madrid is back into shape, so no chance of a counter. Collected by Courtois. We have reached half time almost, and this is gonna be a nil-nil first half. I was expecting a couple of goals. To be honest, I don't know where the goals are coming in the second half anyway. We'll just have to wait and see. 1 minute of added time. Yeah, there wasn't much stoppage during the match. So 1 minute is fair. Long ball looking for Benzema. Collected by Jordi Masip. Distance covered by Sergio Leone. And distance covered by Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema has covered more distance, to be honest. And there it is. Halftime whistle goes. Real Madrid nil. Real Valladolid nil. First half. We had two clear-cut chances. We should have been awarded a penalty. The referee totally misjudged it, so that's a mistake from his part. And Benzema missed a clear-cut chance, a big chance missed. So that's it. That was our summary of the first half. Real Valladolid had two really good shots outside of the box. One was saved by Courtois, great save, and they had a couple more here and there, but nothing that threatening to be fair. So nil-nil result, I would say, is fair right now. We should have been 1-0 up. Benzema, if Benzema hadn't missed a great opportunity, or the referee given us a penalty. It is what it is. Um, See you when the second half starts. Second half is on the way and no changes made. I wasn't really expecting any changes to be honest, and there aren't really much on the bench tonight anyway. We just have to figure something out, score a goal, then hope that our defense can keep it together, keep it tight at the back, and when the lead looks for the goal, hit them on the counter. That's it. Just tired of this propaganda everywhere. Why do you need the Ukraine flag all the time in every La Liga match? Enough is enough. Asensio hits the side nettings there. Corner. Oh, was it a save from the goalkeeper? Looks like it's given as a corner, I'm guessing. So yeah, corner for Real Madrid. Cruz to take it, of course. Oh, Rudiger. That was a free header. Ah, another big chance missed. That was a free header. Should have hit the target. Should have hit the target. Yeah, something really funny happened in the Liverpool match. Two own goals by Leicester City defender Pius. It's a Belgian defender, and he scored two own goals. I think that's some kind of record. How can you score two own goals in the same match? That's really just. It's just. I don't even think it's unlucky. You shouldn't be scoring two own goals. It's just some problem with your technique, how you were dealing with the cross and how you were dealing with whatever it was you were dealing with. Okay, one on goal, I can understand that that's unlucky, but if it's two, yeah, the defender is shit. Leicester City has a really underwhelming team this season. They haven't really invested into the squad. Oh, I have heard that from Premier League fans that it's because of the COVID situation, because of the COVID lockdowns and everything. The Leicester City owner, who is from Thailand, Thailand was hit, especially because they get a lot of business because of tourism, and his business is in tourism. I'm thinking. And so the business was hit hard, so they lost a lot of money. There is no way to invest heavily when you are bleeding money that much because of COVID lockdowns. We need to pick up the intensity right now. Right now, we need to score. We needed to score a quick goal in the beginning of the second half. Within the next 10 minutes before the hour mark, we need to score our goal. The more it goes south of that 60-minute mark, and when it creeps south of that 70 minutes mark, it becomes really worrying signs. We aren't getting any goals, no goals. We are getting shit. We've been really suffering in that department. Valverde has been helping us during the first half of the season. He has helped us with some goals, with really some great shots. Haven't really seen him trying a pile driver shot, the unbeatable shot that he was doing. But to be fair, he was playing as a right wing or a right-sided midfield or advanced midfielder. Right now, he has more responsibilities in defense. To be fair, as we are playing without a natural defensive midfielder. First change coming from Valladolid. Plata is coming on for number 21. Ivan Sanchez is taken out for Gonzalo Plata. Valladolid, oh, that was really dangerous. I was feeling like we are going to concede there. Dealt well by Mendy and Rudiger. Real Madrid on the counter here. Valverde, I think, is positioned well. Didn't take the shot. Looking for Carvajal. Wasted opportunity. Now Valladolid looking to go on the counter. End-to-end play here. Getting the game is getting more and more open. Cruz to Valverde. We are seeing Valverde more in the action in the second half. Cruz is the ever present, circulating the ball, threading the passes from one side of the pitch to another. Mendy, Benzema, with a really tame, weak ass shot. The lead player showing that the player needs to be replaced. That was the chance dealt well by Carvajal. That was a dangerous opportunity for Valladolid. Another substitute coming on for Valladolid. Number 2 coming on for number 18. Ah, double substitution here. Roque Mesa and Kike Perez going out. Also Sergio Escudero oh, for Luis Perez. Okay, substitution for Real Madrid. Marco Asensio comes out. Rodrigo comes on. Okay, let's see what Rodrigo can do after a disappointing World Cup. Really, from Rodrigo's perspective, he will be looking to kick on. That penalty miss must have hurt a lot. Must have hurt a lot. Oh, that's a nice looking opportunity. Benzema again miscontrols it. Oh shit, he's behind him. Oh, Benzema. He is having a shit game, really shit game. He's doing nothing right. That was such a great opportunity for a counter there. Benzema messed it up monumentally here. Benzema is becoming the old Benzema. Yes, good. Yeah, Ronaldo is earning 200 million per year in Al Nasser, Saudi. No, not America. It's good that he went to Saudi. Well, it's the same anyway. You are not in Europe, and the American clubs won't be able to pay him this much. If you're going to go out of Europe and playing for these clubs, just go to the team who is going to pay you the most. No other club in the world. No, nothing, nothing, nothing is there. It's totally shit anyway. Yeah, he should have gone to Portugal to his old team, Sporting Lisbon, I think. He should have gone there, at least for the next 18 months, and then go to Al Nassr, Saudi Arabia, wherever. Nah, they will take him. As long as he can walk, they will take him. They're not taking him, just for his football. They're taking him because he is something that, yeah, and Saudi Arabia is planning to bid for World Cup, so they need, you know, ambassadors like Cristiano. What a boring game! Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Benzema is playing so shit. He's doing everything wrong. Yeah, Rodrigo came on as a substitute and he is looking better, but whatever goes to Benzema, he totally messes it up right now. He is just doing the wrong things. He cannot pass it at the right moment or passes it to the opposition player, tries to take on the opposition player, loses the ball. If Valladolid scores a goal, Real Madrid is definitely losing this match. Nah, in Valladolid. The the corner for Real Valladolid. So I predicted while doing the match preview yesterday a 1-1 draw. Now it looks like it's going to be a 0-0 draw. Boring. It looks like Valladolid are the team who are more likely to score. Not Real Madrid. Not Real Madrid. The flow of the game is totally on reverse. In reverse. Nothing is going our way. That was a direct corner. Courtois had to save it from going in. And another corner conceded by Real Madrid. Valladolid fans seems to be enjoying. Oh, another great save from Courtois there. That was going in. Rodrigo receives the ball. That is a great bit of save. Camavinga. I guess he should be the most fresh because he wasn't used by Deschamps at all. He used him in the third group match as a left back, and then he didn't get used one bit. So he should be fresh. Vinicius Magic tries to do too much. Should have just passed it there to Ceballos was there. Who else was there? Tried to be too cheeky. He did everything well there. Uh, Back post was totally empty. Totally empty. that was the save from Courtois. Great save, great save. Camavinga comes on for Daniel Ceballos. Dani Ceballos. So yeah, Camavinga should be fresh, really fresh. He got his rest, and they have been just traveling. He has been just traveling during the World Cup in Qatar. That's it. So he should be fresh. I guess Chouameni and Modric aren't gonna be used if not needed. I think Hazard might come on for 10-15 minutes for Vinicius. I'm sure Ancelotti isn't going to use Vinicius for the whole of 90 minutes. I think that should be the substitutions. Cruz and Valverde are definitely needed. They shouldn't be substituted. There is no reason for Chouameni or Modric tonight. Oh, great bit of play. Cruz to Vasquez. Vasquez taking on the player. Vasquez. Oh, damn it. Cruz. Valverde. Blocked. Shot. Goes out for a corner. Oh, we have reached the 70-minute mark. So from here on, it's gonna be tricky. Valladolid has succeeded in keeping Real Madrid out of the score sheet, and they have created enough chances for themselves to score. Courtois has two great saves. Courtois saved really one shot from outside of the box. That was a great save, and one was from the corner, a header that was going in. That was a great save. So yeah, yeah, we are losing the match almost.
Really?
Courtois saved two really great saves. Goal saving totally clear cut goals.
So that was working for everyone, like in that times.
But it doesn't matter if you don't score.
But it's still 0-0, right?
A draw is a loss right now.
Okay.
We are already behind Barcelona, and we
Yeah,
are
they're gonna be
playing
proud about that.
against Real Valladolid. They are the 13th placed team, sorry, 12th placed team in the league. If you're not winning against these teams, how are you going to win the league?
That's a good question.
Only 19 minutes left with some added extra time. That's it. Where is the goal coming from? Benzema has been dog shit for the whole match. Vinicius did a little here and there. Rodrigo has been sharp since he came on. Cruz has been good as he always is, circulating the ball well. Valverde has been average. Camavinga just came on. That's it. And we don't have anyone in the bench anyway. And our club doesn't like to buy any backup forwards. Ancelotti asked for a forward in the January and they said no.
Is the transfer window open still?
Yeah, the transfer window isn't open, but clubs are already finalizing deals. Liverpool bought Gakpo, Chelsea bought a player from Norway. They're making more deals. They're buying the Argentine midfielder.
What about the Castilian kids?
No, there aren't any strikers in Castilla. There are a couple of midfielders who can play from Castilla in the first team, but Ancelotti
Anyone on
isn't
loan?
really. Huh?
Anyone on loan? So weird. No issues. So. But never breaks his leg, it would be really difficult.
He already missed most of the first half of the season anyway. He should be super duper fresh, rested, everything, whatever.
Well, that's what he do when he would trade club to play for the national team, and the national team sent you off. That's karma.
Via the lead on attack. Um, corner.
What?
Yeah, 75 minutes on the clock. Still nil-nil. Who's scoring the goal? Who? From what it looked like, maybe Rodrigo, if he gets a chance. Vinicius and Benzema has been, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Kamavinga, driving with the ball. Cruz, Lucas Vasquez, back to Kamavinga. Hmm?
Is Vasquez still playing? I thought his contract ended.
No, you would. Vasquez has another year left after this season. He got a 3-year contract.
Will they extend?
No, never.
No, they extend.
Valverde driving forward with the ball. Ball goes out to Benzema, and of course he cannot receive it. Ball bounces off him, goes to the goalkeeper. He is having a stinker. Really, really shit. Oh, like sometimes some players play like this. Whatever they touch, it turns to gold. Today Benzema, whatever he touches, turns to shit. Like, stop passing to him, man. Like, just think he's not there. He's playing like his old self from the time of 2017 or something. Cristiano Ronaldo went to Al Nassr. Really didn't expect that one bit. The money is a lot, to be fair. I didn't think that he would be going away already. I thought he will be staying in Europe for at least another 18 months, then go somewhere. Hazard is on the bench. This dude, like he is the, I think he is the player who has flopped the worst in Real Madrid history. The amount we paid to Chelsea, the kind of expectation and the kind of salary. When you look at everything, he is the biggest flop in Real Madrid history as a purchase. Like the full whole mm, operation is a waste of money.
saying that this past guy is the worst defender in the history of the world, and Maguire comparing to him with the god of football.
Yeah, I think it's the first time someone scored two own goals in a single match. I haven't really heard of that before. It's like one, okay, unlucky. When it's two, it just means you are super shit, that you don't know what you're doing.
Guys are saying that because he's having money for the Liverpool win. That's me.
Okay, there is some complaints from Real Madrid that it's a penalty. Yeah, I think that's a penalty. That's definitely a penalty. Yeah, his arm is stretched. The ball hits his arm and changes trajectory.
Oh,
So that's a penalty.
for that.
Hopefully, Benzema doesn't miss this penalty.
Oh, for that one. He's scoring? No.
Yeah, he has been doing super bad. But I think Vinicius shouldn't be given a penalty. Rodrigo recently missed a penalty for Brazil, so he must have some PTSD from that penalty miss. He shouldn't be given. I think Benzema is going to take it anyway, but if anyone should take it right now, I would give it to Toni Kroos or even Fede Valverde. They are the best strikers of the ball in the team. Yeah, it's a penalty given and a red card two, a red card plus. I think the player already had a yellow, so it's a second yellow and a red. Okay, now the games become easier if Real Madrid scores this penalty. With 10 men, it's difficult to chase a game, really difficult. Oh, another red card. Ah, that's a direct red card. That's a direct red card. I guess he said something to the referee. Direct red. Yeah, dude, you were screwed. Yeah, Sergio Leone. And a yellow card for another player, Javi Sanchez. So you conceded the penalty. It's a clear penalty. You just go on with it. You lost one player, and then you do some dumb stuff. You lose another player. You totally lost the match here. Two red cards. That's too much for any team.
Really? So they're playing 9 people?
They should be playing nine people. The referee gave two red cards. Okay, Benzema scores the penalty. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Yeah, after a really shit match, he gets on the score sheet. Lucky, 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 super
Scored
lucky.
just now? Huh?
Hmm?
Did you score just now?
The penalty.
You're a little behind.
Oh, it was only one red, I guess. The player got a yellow only. The other player said something to the referee and got a red. So I guess only one red. Still 10 men. Good for us. Yeah. Until now, the referee didn't give any cards. He just gave a yellow because it's a clear penalty. So why are you being so dramatic? So now you got a red card and another yellow card. No, the red card is the deal breaker totally. Oh, the player is super. Ten men were the lead will chase the match right now with 5 minutes to go and some extra time, of course. Not extra time, injury time. But that was a little bit, I would say. If we win this match, of course, there is still 5 minutes to go. It's a lucky win. We didn't play anywhere um, good enough to win this match. Valladolid had better goal scoring opportunities, and Courtois had two great saves. Two, dva. Really, really good. Yeah. Now keep a good defensive structure and hit them on the counter. That's it. They will be playing all out. Oh, Chouameni and Modric coming on to play 5 minutes or something. Okay. I didn't think Ancelotti is gonna use them. Looks like he's gonna use them.
He wants them to get the big playing so that they can play more in the next game.
Yeah, but they didn't really do much training. They only came back yesterday. Valverde goes off for Modric. Vinicius should have been taken off too. Why are you making him play 90 minutes? Give some minutes to that Hazard guy. Even though he is the biggest flop, feels a little bad for him. Okay, Vinicius Junior is taken off for Luka Modric. That's good. And Chouameni came on for Fede Valverde. Good substitutions from Ancelotti there. Now the midfield is a bit beefed up with Chouameni, Camavinga, Cruz, and Modric. Taking out an attacker and beefing out the midfield. That's how you try to conserve energy and try to maintain the lead. Not like that Tite guy. Oh, I feel so angry whenever I think about it because of his shitty substitutions and decision making. Oh, second goal for Benzema. Camavinga's assist. Magnificent, magnificent from Eduardo Camavinga. And nice bit of play there. Benzema scores even after playing shit for 80 minutes. Benzema gets two goals. Uh, but that's good. He will get some much needed confidence from this. Strikers feed off goals. Yeah. Real Madrid 2, Real Valladolid nil. 89 minutes over. Match over. Nothing. Real Valladolid isn't gonna come back from 2-0 with 10 men. There is 3 or 4 minutes to go with added time. Yeah. Madrid Extra just tweeted, "The king is back. King is back." Feels bad for Cristiano man. Going to Al Nassr. Should have went to some Portuguese club. Sporting Lisbon. His agent is shit, super shit. How is that guy such a huge agent? He really screwed the last years of Cristiano's playing career. Totally self-sabotage by him and his agent. Like,
She cannot choose
like
for
he even
Cristiano
had,
to go.
I think he had even players in the United team. And he's an agent, so he knows what kind of team this is, where they are right
No,
now.
the whole thing is on Cristiano. If agent says that Cristiano doesn't want, he won't go. And in the interview, he told that yes, Sir Alex called me and told you cannot go to City. So he said that yeah, okay,
Shitty one, shitty two.
so it's all Ronaldo's decision.
Still, it's like, you got the information from your agents too. Like, if you're taking some bad decision, how is that 8 minutes of added time? Why are you making the players play so much? Real Valladolid isn't going to score two goals in 8 minutes. Should have given some 5 minutes and just call it a night. 8 minutes of added time. That's a lot. But if Real Madrid wasn't on the score sheet right now, I would be saying, good, good, that's good. Lots of time to get back. Modric just cruising through from midfield to attack. How are we gonna replace Modric and Cruz? So mean. These players are unique. Two great midfielders in one team. Valverde is good, but not to the level of a Modric or Cruz. They are different level. Kamavinga has something in him that if he what's the word here? Mm, develops the way he should develop, we hope he will develop. He would be really good. The way he just drove forward with the ball and assisted Benzema, that's something special. I don't know about Bellingham. Haven't really watched him play much, So I don't know. Real Madrid, you saw the rumors, right? Real Madrid is going really hard on Jude Bellingham, and he will cost like 120, 130 million euros. That's like hazard money, Eden Hazard money. And I don't know, whenever Real Madrid buys really expensive players, uh, it's a bit iffy. Like Eden Hazard was a super flop. Bell was, I would say, the first 3 years of his Real Madrid career was good. First 3, 4 years. After that, it totally went downhill slowly but surely. That was another big signing. Cristiano is of course super hit. Kaká, another big signing, wasn't a flop but wasn't up to the expectation. James Rodriguez was good first season and then it went downhill slowly. Luka Jovic, super flop. Now this is another big signing coming on, Jude Bellingham. But looks like the management are really, really convinced that he's going to be a success. They're really trying for him. We will just have to wait and see. There are some other options, but Enzo Fernandez, the Argentine player, midfielder, he's gonna cost same amount. Chelsea is gonna pay somewhere wants to. Chelsea is willing to pay somewhere around 120 million plus. So yeah, that's super expensive to Kamavinga again. Kamavinga driving with the ball. Kamavinga takes the shot. Okay, that was a good attempt. Good. So yeah, that's it. 3 points on the board. Real Madrid on 38 points. Barcelona 37 points. Barcelona is playing tomorrow. Hopefully they drop some points tomorrow. Benzema is back with his bandage. The bandage gives him superpowers. For the match is almost over anyway. So for the 80 minutes, Real Madrid played really, really below average football. Nothing really cutting through that Valladolid defense. We weren't being able to create anything much. Whatever we created, we weren't clinical in front of goal. And then Valladolid conceded that penalty, and then the player did something dumb and got the red card. From there, Benzema, of course, scored the penalty, but after they went down 10 men, the totally game opened up really, really by a huge margin. They were looking for the equalizer, so there was lots of gaps in the back. So Kamavinga drove forward with the ball, passed it to Benzema. Benzema scored and finished emphatically. And that's it. 98 minutes over. Real Madrid 2, Valladolid nil. That wasn't a really fun match to watch, but 3 points is all that matters. We have won, collected the points on the board. That's it. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Hala Madrid.